Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. We're about 4 minutes away from starting the boys matchup of tonight's game, and so you're back on the court with Connor and Brian. We are going to try our best to call this game for you tonight. We have been having a little bit of technical difficulties tonight, so you might just send Brian or myself a text if you got our number and you hear us. We just want to make sure we're on live. Brian's giving me a thumbs up, so we must be good. Hey, we got a big matchup tonight here at the Waldron Activity Center. Hackett Hornets have come to town, and Coach Ashley's given me just a little bit of info on them. They've got a few really good players, a couple guys that are really good scorers, handle the ball well. A couple guys to kind of keep an eye on for the Hackett offense would be number 2. He works more on the inside. He rebounds well, and he's a decent defender. That's number 2, Cole Ketchum. We do have a roster for the Hornets here tonight, and so we'll be glad to be calling out their names. Also a starter, 00, Cash Oliver. He's a guard and a scorer. He handles the ball well. Number 4 is as well a starter, Wyatt Hester. He's a guard. He's got a decent shot. He's a spot shooter. And hopefully the Bulldogs are going to be able to take some advantage of attacking him on offense. Do a little bit of a weak defense there. So number 13 as well as starter, Eli Slavens, as well as number 31, Ethan Slavens. Those are the 5 to kind of keep an eye on for the Hackett Hornets in this ball game tonight. Hackett's offense is kind of a dribble drive attack. They try to tap gaps and they crash the boards very well. They also like to drive and kick to spot shooters. On their defense, they like to play man-to-man, hard edge ball screens. They like to get folks in foul trouble, and that changes the game for the Hornets. Talking to Coach Ashley, just before the game, he kind of shared with me, Brian, that the Bulldogs would definitely have their hands full tonight with the Hornets, but if we play our kind of ball, we could definitely find a lot of success in what we're doing tonight. So, Brian, what are some keys to success for the Bulldogs tonight, in your opinion?
I'm trying to remember if I seen Hackett play up there at the Mansfield tournament over Christmas break. I really can't remember, but, Hackett always has a solid team. They're going to be well coached. They're going to go out there and do what they need to do. They're going to play good defense and take high percentage shots. So, again, I preach this and I preach this. We're going to have to limit our turnovers. We got good shooters out here. We play good defense. Coach Ashley's going to preach that. I always tell the younger guys, I'm like, if you want to get on the court with Coach Ashley, play defense. So that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to get out there, shut them down, play good, hard-nosed defense, try not to foul, and limit easy baskets.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Brian. And I'll tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that's exactly what Coach Ashley is preaching to the guys in the huddle. And if I'm Coach Ashley, that's definitely what I'm saying. Do want to give a quick shout out to our friend who's not with us tonight, Mac Davis. He's there at the house listening to us on live. And so, Brian, what good things or bad things do you have to say about him today?
Well, he's a little bit under the weather, he said earlier, but he just decided to stay home. So, what can you say about him? He is what he is.
That's right. That's right.
But hey, we have a lot of guys that are listening. Right now we got set up where we can't really see exactly who's all listening, but I love it. You love it when you're out there and you hear somebody say, hey, I listen to you guys up there. We appreciate you guys bringing that live to us so they can watch at home, especially with the issues we're dealing with COVID and stuff like that. It gives people the opportunity to still support the Bulldogs, and that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's a big opportunity for us to be able to be up here. Not only a big opportunity, but also a humbling opportunity to be able to call these games for folks that may not only be around Waldron, but around the whole nation. I just got a text from a good friend back in high school. Mason Ford, he's watching with us tonight. So we appreciate him, and not only him, but anybody that's watching with us. Call your friends, call your family, and let them know Bulldog basketball is underway tonight. Hackett Hornets have come to town. 26 miles to the northwest is where Hackett's come from this afternoon, and so we're excited to have them with us. And any Hackett fans that may be watching, we welcome you onto our live stream and hope that you appreciate our hospitality. And so we're going to take just a minute. They're fixing to call out the Bulldog starters, and you're not going to be able to hear us anyway, so we're going to let you guys listen into that, and we'll be back just in a minute.
Here we go.
All right, we're fixing to get underway here at the Waldron Activity Center. Number 31 is going to be jumping for Hackett tonight. He's the big man. Ethan Slavens jumping for Waldron is Camden Holcomb. And this ball game is underway. Official going to call a no jumping, so we're going to redo it. All right, Slavens and Holcomb going to try jump number 2. Let's try it again. Now the ball game's underway. Waldron does get the tip. Mayberry comes up with it. And Waldron going to try to initiate their offense early. Lopez gives it down low to Holcomb. Holcomb gets the ball intercepted. Slavens was there to make that pick for the Hackett defense, and they're coming up to start their first offensive possession. Looks like the Bulldogs are in a 2-3 zone to start the ball game as Hackett moves the ball around the perimeter. Ball's given in to the free throw line, back out to the three-point line. Short corner extended, and the first points of the game are in. I do believe that was number 2, Cole Ketchum, hitting the first bucket of the game. It was a three-point basket, and it's 3-0 with 7:15 left to play in the first quarter. Mayberry responds with a 3 of his own. And so under a minute into the game, Brian, we got 2 3-pointers on the board. Is it going to be a shootout?
It's looking that way. That was a good answer by Ethan Mayberry right there. It's a good shot. I like him to take those open shots if they're going to give them to you. Good turnover right there.
There while Brian was talking, Hunt come up with a turnover for the Bulldog defense. Holcomb has the ball short corner, puts it up, a little long, no good, off the back iron. And Hackett gets the rebound, and they're going to ease the ball back up the court with 6:35 left to play in the first quarter. Hackett kind of moving the ball around the perimeter. Bulldogs playing some good, patient defense. Hackett, in turn, playing patient offense. Coming up on the 6-minute mark left to play here in the first quarter. Hackett looking to work the ball into Slavens. Point guard, 0-0. Cash Oliver decides to pull the ball back out. Now we're making some moves again. Slavens has the ball down low. He's double teamed by Camden Holcomb, as well as Jaden McConnell. And the pressure from the Bulldog defense ends up drawing a walk there for Hackett and turns the ball over to the Bulldog offense.
Connor, that's the defense we were talking about earlier. Force those turnovers.
Yeah, that's right. And so Waldron has another opportunity to come down and score. Hunt has the ball, gives it off a pick and roll to McConnell. McConnell with a layup goes no good, rebounded by Hackett. And with 5:30 left to play in the first quarter, they're coming up the other way. Still a 3-3 score here early in the ball game. Lopez there gets a quick steal and a turnover, and he's bringing the ball back up the court for the Bulldog offense. Hunt has it, free throw line extended at the three-point line, makes a move, driving in, takes a jump stop. Good power move, and he'll go to the line for one more. Hunt's free throw up and no good. Out of bounds tip last by McConnell. Looks like Waldron's setting up in a press real quick. Scores 5-3. Waldron does have the lead. Waldron gets a quick steal. McConnell with a great steal for the Bulldog defense. Kind of pinned the ball to his hip. Unfortunately gets called for the walk.
Yeah, Connor, we're a minute and a half into the game, I think. Minute into the game. And you can definitely hear Nicky Hunt already chanting his defense. I think they're hearing him out there. Got the student section into this.
Got to appreciate Nick Hunt's zeal for the Bulldogs and his passion. And that momentum makes a difference in a game.
That's right. It's the power of the beard, I think.
Hackett inbounds the ball. They're moving the ball around. Dribble driving right now. Number 13, Eli Slavens. Hadn't seen a lot out of him yet tonight. He had the ball top of the key. He's definitely wanted to keep an eye on, especially as a shooter. He's ready to fire at any moment. You know, a lot of fans won't like that foul call there on the inside, but anytime you swat like that, sometimes even if you don't make good contact, you'll still get a foul call for it. That's going to send number 2, Cole Ketchum, to the line.
And that was a good pass they made in there to make that. I think that was 0-0. Was it Cash Oliver that made that good pass that gave them that opportunity? That kid handles the ball really well, and he's going to make those good passes like that to give his team the opportunity to get easy baskets.
Here comes Waldron setting up their offense. Hunt going to drive in power, gives it out to Mayberry. Mayberry with a high-quality 3, goes off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez with a great cleanup play there. Makes the score 7-5 in favor of Waldron. Hunt just gets another quick turnover. He's coming back the other way for the Bulldogs. He gives it over to Lopez. Lopez goes up. It's in and good quick. Waldron's going on a run. 3:40 left to play in the first quarter. The score's 9-5. Waldron leads over Hackett. Here comes Hackett trying to get something going on offense. They need a bucket here. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Ball's entered to number 2, Cole Ketchum. Ketchum with pressure, sends it down low to the post. Ethan Slavens. Slavens gets a bucket. He had inside leverage, got the bucket. The score's now 9-7. Waldron has a 2-point lead with 3:05 left to play in the first quarter. Hunt with a 16-foot jumper. Pretty shot. That's a highly contested shot and definitely one Brian there to be given credit for.
Coach has got to be happy with the defense we've been playing. We've already had a few turnovers. We're not giving them, for the most part, we're not giving them easy baskets. We just need to keep that intensity up.
2:30 left to play in the first quarter. Hackett really kind of having a hard time finding some offense. Waldron playing some very disciplined defense right now. Ball was entered into the high post, tipped and given to Trenton Hunt. Trenton comes all the way down the court with it, and he makes it happen. To the inside, good left-handed layup, extends the lead to 13-7 with 2:05 left to play in the first quarter. That was a really good offensive possession there by Hackett. You know, that's really how you like to attack a 2-3 zone. You like to enter it into the high post and look short corner or down low. However, the shot didn't go for him there. Waldron comes back down the court. They're working their offense. Camden Holcomb throws up a prayer, and it indeed goes in. That was a highly contested shot, and he found the backboard in the right place at the right time.
And that's what you want to see out of your big man. You want to see him fighting in there for those extra points. Those are easy ones. If you can get that offensive rebound, put that dude right back up there.
Trenton Hunt was charged with a personal foul there. That's his first personal foul. Waldron has 2 team fouls right now, and Hackett has 1. The score is 15-7 in favor of the Bulldogs. Just over a minute left to play in the first quarter. Waldron still set up in their 2-3 zone. 17-foot jump shot goes up. Number 13, Eli Slavens, goes no good. Waldron's coming back the other way in a hurry. Petey Justice missed a layup. Camden Holcomb was there to clean it up, and he got fouled. And he'll go to the line for one more.
Again, that's a good job by Holcomb right there. You like to see him battle like that.
Coach Ashley don't agree with that call, Brian, and I got to say I don't either.
I don't think most of the Waldron side agreed with that, but we don't get to make that call.
That's right. We're the commentators, not the refs tonight. But anyways, 0-0 Cash Oliver. He's at the line shooting 2 shots. His first free throw's up and no good with 46.3 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Waldron fans disagree, and Hackett fans are thankful. I'm not sure if they agree with it either, but they're thankful. Second free throw, no good as well. Holcomb comes up with the rebound. Live Stinson bringing the ball up the court for the Dogs. Gives it over to Mayberry. Mayberry with a strong drive on the inside. He's going to get called for a walk. Mayberry indicating that one of the Hornet players had tipped the ball, and it shouldn't have been a walk, but the call's been made. And going back Hackett's way right now with 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ball was entered inside there to number 4, Wyatt Hester. Hester was fouled by Lopez.
Connor, we talked about that earlier. When you slap at the ball like that, there's a lot of times whether you really get them or not, the refs are going to call that. When you come down with that arm like that, most offensives are going to get that call.
Yeah, and that kind of goes for basketball at any level. Most of the time when a ref sees that swat, the official's going to give the call to the offensive player. Now there's occasion when it's just obvious that they'll not make that call, but most of the time they will. Hester's good from the free throw line, makes the score 18-9 in favor of the Bulldogs. And it looks like, if I know Coach Ashley, he'll hold the ball for one shot here with 10 seconds left to play before the end of the first quarter. Now 8 seconds left. Petey Justice dribbling in. He comes all the way and missed it. Camden Holcomb tips it up. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Shot from half court. and it goes no good, and that's going to end our first quarter, Brian. Bulldogs going to hold the Hackett Hornets to just 9 first quarter points, and that's pretty positive on the defensive side, and you can never really complain about scoring 18 points in the first quarter either. What's your take on the first quarter action?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what Coach Ashley wanted right there. You're 18, they're 9, you're playing good defense, you're making your easy shots that you need to, you're moving the ball around good. He's going to be pretty pleased with that first period. What he's probably telling them right now is this second period, you got to match that intensity.
Yeah, I think you start out really good there in the first quarter, putting 18 points on the board, got some inside points, got some outside points, you got some extra points from the free throw line. And I think if you can match that intensity like you were saying, it'll be a good opportunity for the Bulldogs to extend this lead.
And we finished some shots in there, Connor, when we were underneath. I know Holcomb's been battling in there, but we went to the line a couple of times for and ones. I think we've been successful at making those. So, I mean, you really couldn't have wrote it up much better that first period. But like I said, I'm sure Coach Ashley said, I want more, I want more. You know, he's going to want them to match the intensity. We got Tag in there now. You know Tag's a fan favorite out there. So, you know, when I watched them down there at, what was our last game?
Cossatot.
When he came in, he played some really good defense, and that really pepped the rest of the team up. So we'll see how he does.
All right, Hackett does have the ball here to start the second quarter. Waldron comes out with some intense defense. Good to see Tag on the court here in the second quarter. Appreciate all those tuning in with us tonight. You're on the court with Connor and Brian. We're missing our friend Mac this evening. He's not able to be here, but I know he's watching online, and we do appreciate that. Waldron playing some really patient defense. In turn, Hackett's playing patient offense. And the Bulldog fans are loving the defense. They're just not giving anything to the Hornets, and it's kind of got them flustered. They do finally get an open three-point shot. It's off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Hackett. You don't like to see an offensive rebound. 0-0 coming in. Cash Oliver. He puts it up. Unfortunately, he's going to be called with a charge. Definitely fortunately for Waldron, unfortunately for him. Petey Justice was in the right place in the right time and got an offensive foul. That was a great defensive possession by the Bulldogs.
It was. Coach for Hackett's not real happy with that call, but, you know, that was great defense like you said.
Waldron now trying to make their offense work. Hunt with a powerful drive inside. He tries to put up a jump stop, goes no good. Waldron gets the rebound, back out to Stinson. Stinson has it at the top of the key. Stinson takes it, kicks it over to Mayberry. Mayberry for three, goes no good. Rebounded by Tag. Tag up for the cleanup, goes no good. That was a great crash to the boards there from Tag. Just couldn't quite finish it. You like to see that effort and hustle from him. Like to see another possession like that. The first possession of defense for the Bulldogs lasted a minute. They played great defense for a minute. That's a long time to play defense. Again, Waldron has another fantastic defensive performance there. Unfortunately, a quick turnover will give the ball back over to the Hackett offense. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Bulldogs lead 18-9 over the Hornets. Hackett has really struggled here in the second quarter, finding anything offensively. Traveling violation called there on number 13, Eli Slavins, as he was driving in. And he very well could have either fixing to be drawing a charge or a blocking foul, whichever one we're not sure, but he walked first, so we'll never know.
That's right.
My personal opinion, that charge kind of looked better than the first one for Petey, and they did call the first one, so you'd imagine they might call that one as well. But anyways, Waldron has the ball, top of the key, Lige Stinson. Free throw line extended to Petey Justice. Justice gives it to Hunt, top of the key. Step back jumper goes no good. It was tipped, rebounded by Tag. Tag kicks it out to Mayberry. Mayberry going to pull it out, gives it to Stinson. Wide open three off the back iron, no good. Tagmeyer, he's in there hard, really fighting for that ball. He comes up with it, gives it back out to Stinson, and the Bulldogs are proud of that play. And Mayberry for three, no good. Tag with a rebound again. He goes up, no good.
You know, Connor, that's that intensity I talked about earlier that Tag brings when he comes out onto the court. He's in there battling. And we talked about that in the last game. He took advantage of the time that he got down there at Cossatot River. When he got in there, he played some really good D. This is an example of a coach rewarding a player for that.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You love to see his hustle. He was all in. He was all in there. He's got several offensive rebounds, which give the Bulldogs more possessions and more shots at having good opportunity to find points there. So 4:20 left to play here before halftime. The score's 18-9. Waldron has the lead over Hackett. Hackett hadn't found any offense this quarter so far whatsoever. Nonetheless, neither is Waldron, but I'd say Waldron's been playing a lot more disciplined defense up to this point in the first half. Just not a whole lot of movement, not a whole lot of action from the Hackett offense. If you're a Bulldog fan, you love to see that, because the only way to defeat a zone is to have a lot of movement.
Yeah, you like to see that, Connor. They're in there battling. You know, we're 2 minutes into the second period right here, and it's still, we haven't scored, they haven't scored, but there's been some good defense played.
3 minutes, 50 seconds left to play here before halftime. Number 5, Jake Fisher has the ball, top of the key, gives it into Slavens. Slavens is wide open under the goal. He waits as Holcomb and Tagmeyer both jump, and then he goes up, gets the first points there. 18-11 is now the score. That's the first points of the second quarter, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and that's over halfway through the quarter before anybody scored here. Stinson with a step-back three. And the floodgates have opened. Coach Ashley indicating a press. As the Bulldogs do press, Hackett ends up breaking it, coming up the court. 3 minutes now left to play here before halftime. Three-point shot up, in and out. 0-0 was there shooting that. Cash Oliver. Oliver couldn't get that to fall for him, but it wasn't far from it. Tagmeyer going to shoot a three. Tagmeyer for three. Wow! Fantastic shot for Tagmeyer. And the Bulldog fans are absolutely ecstatic. From the student section all the way down to Coach Ashley and Coach Twiggs. Matthew Tagmeyer definitely having the game of his life right now, Brian, as he knocks down that big three-point bucket, gives the Bulldogs a 24-11 score, leading the Hornets. And there's a timeout on the floor. What's your take on that?
I mean, he's quickly taken over Jesse Dees from last year. Jesse Dees was definitely the fan favorite last year. Tag is the fan favorite this year. He's taking advantage of the time he's getting in there, and it seems like the team's feeding off of him in there. They're playing really good defense. He's battling underneath the goal, trying to get those second-hand points. Guys, we apologize. I know we kind of got a little bit behind on the score. We got it all corrected now. It's kind of difficult watching the game, running this thing all at once. I appreciate the kiddos that usually do this because it's a difficult job.
Yeah, and it's definitely difficult when you're running the camera, calling the game, and trying to keep up with the score. So I appreciate Brian doing that tonight. The only reason he's doing it is because if I was running the camera, you wouldn't even be watching the game. I would really have a hard time keeping the camera up with it. But anyways, Waldron gets a quick turnover. Lige Stinson has it under the goal, gets a left-handed layup to go. And Brian, this is fun basketball to watch. This is the kind of Bulldog basketball we like watching. As the score's now extended to 26-11, Waldron's in a press. Hackett's got it beat. Holcomb trying to get back in D. Unfortunately, we give up an easy bucket there. Jake Fisher. Sometimes that happens when you're pressing. When you have that weak backside, nobody home, and unfortunately Lopez couldn't make it back in time. A minute 55 left to play before halftime. The score's 26-13. Waldron has the lead over Hackett. Hackett's coach is not pleased with that jump ball call there at all. He wanted a foul, and indeed maybe it was, but the call on the floor is a jump ball, and Waldron retains possession of it.
It's like a minute 48 left to play in the first half.
Stinson for three from the top of the key goes no good. Rebounded by Holcomb. Holcomb no good, gets his own rebound no good. Tag gets Holcomb's second rebound. Unfortunately, he gets a little too aggressive, and he's going to get a foul call after 0-0. Cash Oliver comes up with that last rebound. I'd like to give a shout out to Coach Mo. She just sent me a text message. She's watching with us tonight. We appreciate you watching in. She's got the heart of a Bulldog, no doubt. We're glad for everybody that's tuned in with us this evening. Camden got a little bit of a block there off of the glass. Ends up coming up with the rebound as well. Comes back up the court, and Waldron's coming to initiate their offense. Jaden McConnell had a little pressure put on him. Gets it kicked out to Lopez. Lopez back to McConnell. McConnell for three, and it's good. 29-13 now. Waldron going on another run here, putting a lot of pressure on the Hackett defense, or Hackett offense, excuse me. Under a minute left to play before halftime. Cash Oliver slowing things down for the Hornets. Number 5, Jake Fisher, called for a travel there as Hunt checks back into the game for Tagmeyer. There's 34.8 seconds left to play here before halftime. Coach subs out Stinson and Tagmeyer. Definitely don't want him to pick up a foul late here in the second quarter. Good call by Coach there. Here comes the Bulldog offense. Lopez has the ball, free throw line extended. He gives it down low to Holcomb. Holcomb working, makes a move. He's blocked from behind. Hunt gets the rebound. Hunt goes up strong, no good. Holcomb almost there for the rebound, tips it out to Hunt, and Hunt gets it. Now 10 seconds left to play before half. Hunt goes up strong, shot goes no good. Mayberry's in a battle for it. Number 11 was called with a travel. Dawson Clay, the coach, is not happy with it.
Yeah, he's not happy with that call right there.
I can't blame him.
I really can't either.
I can't blame him.
What do you say?
I absolutely can't blame him for being upset with that call. I'm not sure anybody even had possession of it, but it went in favor of Waldron. And Brian, it's Waldron all over Hackett here at halftime. It's 29-13. We'll take a 10-minute halftime, and you love to see the Bulldogs up on a good powerhouse conference opponent like Hackett at halftime.
That's right. So we'll zoom in a little bit, let you enjoy the Waldron band over here. We appreciate those guys coming out here and playing tonight.
All right, we're going to come to you with your halftime report. We're about 1:30 out from starting the third quarter here, and Brian, it's just been all Waldron thus far into the ball game. The score's 29-13. Waldron leads over the Hackett Hornets at halftime. What's your take thus far in the game, Brian?
Well, like we said after the first period, keep up the intensity, and that's something that they did. They've limited easy buckets for Hackett, and you know, like I said earlier, that Hackett's a good coach team. Their kids are going to hustle. We've got out there and we've hustled too. You could definitely tell that it changed when Tag went in there. He's a spark to that offense, and I like to see him out there. He's battling underneath there for rebounds. We just need to keep doing what we're doing.
Tag has absolutely been a major contributor in this game, and I know Coach Ashley has emphasized that in his own mind, and to Coach Twiggs, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him some more in this ball game come out with us and make an impact. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see Tag come in and make an impact for us and be a big part of.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get this set back up.
Okay, there we go.
A little bit of trouble
We're
there.
in good shape there. A little bit of technical difficulties, but we're still in good shape. We are underway here in the third quarter as Hackett's going to take the first possession. And Waldron closed out the second quarter with playing phenomenal defense and definitely starting the same way. Slavens has got it inside. He's blocked by Holcomb. Speaking of Holcomb,
Great defense right there.
Yeah, that was fantastic, and had a good opportunity there to get a block, and not only a block, but then came up with the ball as well. (29-13) still the score, 1 minute into the third quarter. Ball was given in over the top of 31, Ethan Slavens. It's a good thing it was kind of a bad pass because there was nobody home on the backside.
That's right. You definitely tell that's something their coach talked about at halftime, work it down there to their big guy. So we'll see if we can shut that door next time down the court.
Hunt working around inside. Mayberry comes with a hard cut to the inside. The ball was passed to him. He couldn't quite come up with it. Ended up going back into the hands of number 2 there, Cole Ketchum. Ketchum comes to the other end, gives it to Slavens. Slavens outside for 3, and it's good. 6:10 left to play in the third quarter. The score is 29-16. Lopez tries to put the ball up inside. Shot goes no good. He gets his own rebound. No good again. And Hackett with the rebound with 5:50 left to play in the third quarter. Here comes Slavin. Drives in. Kicks it out to number 13. Eli Slavens. Slavens over to Hester. Hester back to Slavens. Hackett working the ball inside out. They've kind of got the Bulldog defense scrambling right now. 3-point shot by Hester. Hester misses it short off the front iron. Ball was rebounded there by Hackett, and they still have possession of the ball, and they're working it around on offense. 5:13 left to play in the third quarter. Score still 29-16.
We just gave that lane to him way too easy right there, Connor. Coach isn't going to be too happy with that. Looked like Holcomb with the foul, with his second foul. But we got to shut that lane down way before he gets that much penetration.
Yeah, that's right. And you also want to keep a close eye on Holcomb there. We definitely don't need him in foul trouble. We're going to need him down the stretch in this ball game. Speaking of Holcomb, I think we've got some family members of his watching tonight, Brian.
That's right. I believe Ashley sent us a message earlier. We know she's at home watching, so we give a little shout out to Ashley and her family.
It'd be hard pressed to find any folks better than what that whole family is there. I definitely enjoy being around them. And here we are on the other side of the court.
Our fans definitely did not like that double dribble call. Coach is arguing it pretty hard down there. He's not going to change the call, but he's definitely letting his opinion be known.
That's one thing I really like about Coach Ashley is he goes to battle for his players. You know, I didn't really get a clear view of exactly what happened, but I know Coach Ashley's not at all happy about it. Slavens for three again. That would have been his second three. It looked good, but it was a little bit too long. Better keep an eye on him. He might get hot. Anyways, 4:33 left to play in the third quarter. The score's still 29-16. Only 3 points scored so far in this quarter. Waldron really needing to find some offense. Holcomb dribbles in.
Oh, that right there was where both, depending on what ref you was looking at, one called it a block, one was fixing to call it a player control foul. They went with the block right there, and you can imagine that the Hackett crowd is not happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely, and particularly because the ref that was going to call the player control foul, it's really his call to make. You know, in basketball, there's 3 different officials, of course, at the high school level, and they have particular areas that they specifically watch for. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean you can't make a call outside your area. But it is kind of uncommon. So the ref that was outside of the area ended up with the call, and it happened to go in favor of the Bulldogs.
So now it's the ref on this end's turn to get an earful from Hackett's coach. And like you said, kind of well-deserved right there. You're never going to like that, but nonetheless, good defense by Fish right there.
Here he comes on the other end. Hunt under the bucket, trying to go up for a layup. Goes no good. Here comes Hackett. Ball's poked out. Here comes Lopez back the other way in Waldron's favor. Lopez layup goes no good. Holcomb there to clean it up. 3:30 left to play in the third quarter. The score now 32-16. Waldron leads over Hackett. Hackett now going to try to get some offense going. Ball's entered in to the high post. Number 2, Cole Ketchum has the ball, kicks it out over to 00, Cash Oliver. Oliver's looking for Slavens on the inside. Slavens wasn't there, so he gives the ball over to Hester. Hester back to Oliver. Still not a lot of movement coming from the Hackett offense, and you're never going to be really effective against a zone in that case. Deep three-point shot by Cash Oliver. It goes no good off the back glass. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez to Mayberry. Mayberry at the free throw line extended for the Bulldogs. Gives it up to top of the key to Holcomb. Holcomb 17-foot jumper off the backboard, and it goes good. Extends the lead to 34-16 with 2:28 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think they called that a 3 initially, but that was definitely a 2-point basket. You know, you're going to leave Holcomb out there open like that. He's going to take that just a little bit outside of the free throw line. He's going to take that open jump shot. I'm not sure that he called bank on it, but it worked.
Bank's open tonight, ain't it, Brian?
It is.
(34-16) is the score. 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. 15-foot floater from Lopez. Shot goes no good. Rebounded by Hackett. Here they come back down the court the other way. Hackett moving the ball around the perimeter. Still not a whole lot of ball movement going on inside. Slavens has the ball, short corner extended outside the three-point line, moving the ball all the way around the perimeter. There to 0-0 Cash Oliver. Oliver drives, kind of gets bailed out. I believe they're going to give that foul to Holcomb. They do indeed. That's going to be his third.
That'll be his third. See what the coach decides to do with 3 on him right now here with 1:20 left in the third period.
You definitely don't want to pick up that 4th foul in this period, absolutely. So Camden's really going to have to be aware over the next 1:20. Hester checks back into the game for Hackett as Walden brings the ball up the court. Giving into Hunt. Hunt powers his way inside. Right-handed hook shot goes good over the top. Real tough and high-quality shot for Hunt. As the score's now 36-17 with 55 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Hackett now looking to move their offense around. They've really struggled against that 2-3 zone tonight.
Kind of like what we talked about earlier, you can tell Hackett's trying to work it into number 31 right there. He took that little power dribble that he really didn't need to take right there. He had an open shot, and by him taking that dribble, that allowed our defenders to fall back on him and play some good D. So it looks like Tag's checking back in, so we'll see if that's a spark to our defense again.
Would be nice for it to be. We was just talking about Holcomb not picking up that 4th foul, and unfortunately he did there on that last entered in play to the paint there. He picked up his foul, put 2 hands on the fella, and picked up that 4th foul.
Yeah, I didn't realize just a while ago that they called that foul on Holcomb. I thought they knocked the ball out of bounds. I was messing with something on this screen here. And yeah, that's going to put him on the bench for a little while.
Yeah, super unfortunate foul there. Definitely didn't come at a really good time. We're winding down here in the third quarter. Matter of fact, we're probably fixing to find a shot come up from Stinson. It's a deep 3-point bucket, goes no good. And that's going to end the third quarter, Brian. The score's 36-17. Waldron does have the lead over the Hornets. And if they can hold on for one more quarter, they'll be in real good shape.
Yeah, I think Coach likes what he's seeing out there with the intensity. We just got one more period, keep it up. The last thing you want to do in the last period right here is start forcing shots that are unnecessary. Keep playing your game and let it come to you. Don't take silly shots. Don't force them. Play good defense. Isn't that all a coach wants? We appreciate all you guys listening out there. I'm not sure how many we got following us right now, but we appreciate you guys. When y'all see Coach Hatchley, Coach Adams, any of those coaches out there, just let them know you appreciate that this is getting videoed. Thank your Booster Club. Booster Club paid for a lot of this equipment to allow us to do that. Like Connor said earlier, there's people watch from all over. I know when my son plays, I've got family in Kansas, Oklahoma. It's just amazing how far this reaches. So we're appreciative to everybody to allow this opportunity.
Yeah, this live stream has really brought a blessing to families who aren't able to be in person at games, and to each and every person that watches this, either both live now or watches it recorded later. We're so thankful for you tuning in, and we're thankful for the opportunity to be here and try to call the game for you. 36-17 is the score. 7:45 left to play in the ball game. Waldron trying to hold on for a win against Hackett. Hunt has the ball in the paint, passed it. It went off the foot of one of the Hornet players. I believe 31 Slavens might have kicked it. They didn't call a kickball, though. Might have really just been a pass off the foot anyways. Not sure if you can consider that a kickball or not. Either way, ball ends up in the hands of the Hornets, and they're bringing the ball up the court. Cole Ketchum has the ball out, gives it over to Hester. Slavin's really working that inside hard there. He's going to have it to do with Tag in the paint. Tag will definitely give him a run for his money. Official going to call a foul as 00 Cash Oliver goes up, and kind of a soft foul in my opinion.
Off on the score a little bit there. Get that corrected.
Free throw's up and good. It's an and one free throw that he was shooting. That's why he only shot one. The score's 36-20. Waldron has a 16-point lead over the Hornets late in the ball game. The score 36-20 with 7:12 left to play in the game. Stinson bringing the ball up the court. Light pressure coming from number 2 there, Cole Ketchum. Slowing the ball down just a little bit. Hunt trying to post up down low. I think they may see a little bit of a mismatch there. That's why they're trying to post him up. Stinson, nice pass over to Hunt. Hunt goes up. Looked like a foul. They didn't call one. Waldron fans, Coach Ashley as well, not pleased with that at all.
They're definitely letting them play a little bit underneath the goal right there. A little bit of bumping going on, but they decided to let it keep going.
Number 5, three-point shot goes good. Jake Fisher. Hackett's going to call a timeout, and if we're not careful, we're going to get into a ball game here. I think it's really important, Brian. Coach Ashley gets his guys kind of zoned in right here. You've kind of got an opportunity right now. The score's 36-23. You've got about 5.5 minutes left to play in the game, and you're either fixing to put the dagger in or it's fixing to become a ball game.
And like what we talked about earlier, you know, you've let them inch back into this, and you're giving them an opportunity to come in here and get this score close. Gives them hope. They're going to fight harder and harder with every point they get. So like you said, we got to play better defense, and we've got to take better shots on our end of the court. I feel like we're forcing a little bit instead of being patient. I'm sure that's something that Coach talked to them about just now.
I was watching there as you was talking, Brian. Coach Ashley still yet giving the official a piece of his mind, rightfully so after that last missed call. I'm going to call it a hack foul, really is what it was. And anyways,
I'm not sure.
I don't know on that one.
Tag looked like he may have walked, but I really didn't see it right there with Chris. But
I don't know, maybe he just called it later. It was a make-up call. Chris didn't look like he walked. I agree with you. It kind of looked like Tag may have down low. We got 5 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the ball game. It's 36-23. Waldron really needs a defensive stop right here. The fans are into it. The student section's into it. Atmosphere's good here at the Waldron Activity Center tonight. That's one thing Hackett's really struggled with is moving the ball on that zone defense. They've really struggled with moving it. They've really settled for a lot of outside shots. Fortunately, a lot of them hadn't went in. A few of them have. On the rebound there, an offensive foul was called. They're against Hackett, so Waldron's coming the other way with it. Hunt's pushing the ball up the court with 5:11 left to play in the ball game. The officials starting to take control of the game a little more, not letting them play as much as they were earlier. Number 2, Cole Ketchum charged with his first personal foul. Team foul number 4. Bulldogs inbound the ball. Stinson coming in. They're definitely calling some fouls now.
They are. That's another one the Hackett side isn't very happy about. But, you know, we talked about that earlier when you kind of come down like that. A lot of times your offense is going to get the benefit of the doubt. From our vantage point, we really couldn't tell, but it put him on the free throw line nonetheless. Good job by Lies right there knocking both those free throws down. 37-23 with 5 minutes left in the fourth period.
Again, 38-23, 4:45 left to play in the ball game. Hackett's got the Bulldog defense scrambled. Lige gets a really good steal in transition. Layup goes no good. Hunt comes to clean it up. Hunt's layup goes no good. Hackett's coming the other way just as quick. Layup goes up no good. Rebounded by Tag. That fella literally had a hold of Tag's arm, and they never did call a foul.
That definitely fired the Waldron side up. I'm not sure it didn't fire up the Hackett side also, but. And, yep, we've seen that coming from up here, player control foul. And I'm sure Ashley's sitting there telling him, hey, you know, slow down a little bit, work those open shots, be a little bit more patient.
You like the look from Stinson there. He couldn't really quite get to the side. Hackett's defender was set up for a long time there, and he was ready to take that charge and did take it very effectively. Tag just subbed out of the ball game, so 38-23 with 3:55 left to play in the ball game. Hackett's really trying to make this a ball game late. But the lack of movement on offense, I think, is really going to be their kryptonite, if you will, the struggle to move that ball. Shot went up, no good. Rebounded by McConnell. McConnell was fouled.
Connor, you see Hackett sitting there trying to work toward the underneath that bucket. They passed up several wide open threes right there to work that ball in.
Here comes Hackett in a hurry this way. They're going to call a foul on Lopez, I believe. They're really starting to tighten up on their foul calls late, and I think it's probably a good thing because it was getting a little bit out of hand there.
That looks like maybe Lopez's second. 38-23 with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Hackett misses their first free throw. Makes the second.
(38-24) now the score with 3:10 left to play in the ball game. Stinson has the ball, gives it over to free throw line extended to Mayberry. Mayberry to McConnell. McConnell for three. Kind of got rim robbed there. It went in and out. Hackett coming back the other way after a quick rebound, three shot, 0-0, Cash Oliver. And Hackett's head coach, Ken Elmore, calls a good timeout there, and it's an 11-point ball game with 2:48. You're going to have to do something here.
And just like that, Connor, like you said, they brought it within 11. You feel them momentum swings as it goes throughout the game. You definitely want to play a little bit better defense right there. And like we talked about earlier, don't give them that hope. They've passed up a couple of those shots. Like I said, on a possession or two earlier, they worked the ball inside, wind up, I think, getting fouled. But they had a couple of those outside open shots. They start hitting a few of those, and we got ourselves a heck of a ball game.
Hackett has definitely kind of gotten hot here at the right time. And I think it's really important that Walden executes their defense right now. They've done a really good job as far as keeping them kind of outside the lane, not getting a whole lot of movement in. And they definitely want to keep that up. Hackett's missed a lot of three-pointers during the game because that's kind of what they've been relying on is those three-pointers. However, they're kind of getting hot here late, so you really want to keep an eye on that as it's 38-27. This could really become a ball game very quick.
Looks like they're going to press this coming out of that timeout.
Mayberry drives, dumps it off to Holcomb. Holcomb layup goes no good. Rebounded by McConnell. Coach actually calls a good timeout.
You know, that was a good job right there. Holcomb just didn't get it in the basket. You know, that happens sometimes, but that was a good possession right there. And McConnell with the rebound called us an early timeout. We were falling out of bounds, so saved the possession.
38-27 is the score. Again, actually calls a timeout to save the possession. I think it was a good call because if you're the Bulldogs, you really don't want to come away from this possession without a score.
Connor, this game's really getting exciting. This last 2.5 minutes left in the fourth period right here.
Yeah, fans are definitely involved and engaged with us. The band has been a big help and momentum for the Bulldogs tonight. There's just 2 minutes and 33 seconds left to play. That's a lot of time. As much as we know the clock can stop in a basketball game. Stinson has the ball top of the key. Ketchum putting some good pressure on Stinson. Bulldogs moving the ball kind of around there. I don't know that they're looking to score real hard right now, but here comes Stinson into the paint. Stinson wanted a block and foul, but they called a travel.
Kind of like what we were doing right there. We were burning a lot of clock right there, trying to frustrate them, trying to make them make a foul on us to get that clock stopped. And we drove in there. They tied the ball up and it caused us to walk right there.
Yeah, and you know Hackett's got some momentum right now. They're really going to try to score right here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see it be a three. Kind of like that. There's a shot. It goes up. No good. Mayberry tipped it to Holcomb. Holcomb comes up with the rebound.
That was a big rebound right there by Holcomb.
Yeah, it was.
It's like 0-0. That was his 5th foul right there. That gets him out. And I'm not sure how many points Cash Oliver had, but I know he's played a pretty good game.
Yeah, he's definitely played a good game, Brian, and he was a big presence for the Hornets tonight, so we tip our hats to him. Cash Oliver definitely doesn't have anything to hang his head about tonight. Looks like Walden's going to take a 30-second timeout with a 13-point lead late in the ball game.
Again, Connor, I want to give a shout out to a bunch of the supporters that support this, not just basketball, but a lot of our programs out there. You know, I know Sandy Toll and Waytech, STI, Sammy down at the funeral home. There's so many businesses that support. I hate saying that because I'll leave so many of them out, but we get so much support from the community, and we thank them for that.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Brian. I just finished eating on a sugar cookie that Sandy had made and sent up here to us tonight, and we sure appreciate her. Again, West Fraser for all their contributions. There's so many that we'll miss some if we continue trying to name them, but we say thank you and God bless you to all of those folks, and not only that, but to everybody that watches. We wouldn't have a live stream if people didn't watch, so we're thankful for that as well. Hackett does have the ball with 1:14 left to play in the ball game. Big three-point shot.
Oh.
Big three-point shot went up by Slavens there, and
you like to see that right there, Connor. That was just two guys battling for the ball. They came away, they shook hands right there. It never got out of hand. And you just like to see that hustle. Hunt's going to hustle anytime he's out on the court. If he don't, his dad's going to yell at him. So.
That's right, and he kind of had an opportunity to showcase his strength there as number 13, Eli Slavens, ended up on top of him, so he just held him up.
Got number 11, Dawson Clay, coming in for White Hester.
Now coming down to about 1 minute. We're approaching the 1 minute mark left to go in the ball game. The score's 42-27. I do believe by all rights Waldron's probably got this one in the bag as Hunt comes away with another steal quick. He does miss the bucket. McConnell tries to come and finish it off. He can't. Holcomb can't finish it off. McConnell's now got it again. Hunt's got it outside. 40 seconds left to play. Lyde Stinson now has it at the top of the key. And it's all about holding the ball from here, if you ask me, Brian. It's 42-27. I think the only time the Bulldogs trailed was after the first three-point shot by Hackett tonight. After that, Mayberry responded with his own three-point basket. And from there, the Bulldogs led the entire game. And with 20 seconds left to play, the Bulldogs fans are giving the clap of victory to the Bulldogs. Five seconds now left to play. Jaden McConnell throws the ball, hits the ceiling with it, and the final buzzer rings, and that's the final score, 42-27. The Waldron Bulldogs will come victorious away from the Hackett Hornets as the Bulldog Fight song plays. Brian, what's your take on the game?
Connor, you did what you had to do. This is a conference game. You want to come out here and win it, however you can win it. We took the lead pretty early. We protected it. I'm sure Coach Hatchley constantly preaching on them to play good defense and protect that lead once you get it. Don't go out there and make silly shots. We didn't. We got loose a little bit there a couple of times, but he reined them back in, and any conference win's a good win.
Yeah, that's right, Brian. Any conference win's a good win, and tonight the Waldron Bulldogs are going to hang their hat on that one. Great job coaching tonight by Coach Josh Hatchley and his assistants, Coach Twiggs. We appreciate them. All they do for the boys basketball program and all they do for this community. Waldron does come away victorious 42-27 over the Hackett Hornets. Just a few closing thoughts here. Believe, if I was looking at the board right, Waldron holds the number 2 spot in the conference right now behind Cedarville. And tonight's win will definitely help them maintain that spot. I do believe, I wanted to say the 18th of January. I could be wrong. Was when they play Cedarville here at home. That'll be a big game whenever it is. I can't say for sure that I know that's when it'll be, but when Cedarville comes to town, that'll be a huge conference game for the Bulldogs. So we'll need you to show up loud and proud for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what our schedule is going to look like because they've had to cancel some games in the last week or so. So we're kind of up in the air on when we reschedule those. I believe the Charleston game, the Boonville game was conference games that they're going to have to reschedule, so I'm not sure what our next game is, but I did watch them when they played Cedarville. I watched them up there, and that Cedarville team, that's a tough team. That's a team that last year we battled pretty hard. I think we split with them. No, I think we won 2. They won 1. They beat us at one of our games at regionals, but they still have a couple of those players left, and that's a good, solid team up there. You're going to have to bring your A game when you play Cedarville. Of course, you know Charleston coming to town sooner or later. They're well coached. They're going to be ready. Is it Scott? I think they got a boy named Scott. He's a shooter. We know that. Boonville's got a solid boys and girls team this year, so you know, conference is pretty rough. It's wide open this year. You have your opportunities, so you're going to have to take advantage, win every one of these conference games you can, and I mean, what more do you say?
It's just kind of like playing on the road in SEC basketball. You got to try to get every win you can, but that doesn't just go for away games. That goes for home games as well. So you got to show up every night and play. And really, that's at the college level in any way. You got to show up and play if you want to win. And conference games are super important, especially at this time in the season. So, Brian, any last thoughts?
No, we just thank everybody for watching out there. Thanks for supporting these guys, junior high boys and girls. These boys and girls out here, they play their hearts out for you. They love looking up in the crowd and seeing the support. They love the support you're giving them just watching the video out there. So when you see any of these athletes out there, you know, tell them good job. Tell them you like watching them play. Just give them that little extra boost. You know, they're going through a lot right now with all the illnesses and stuff that's going around. You know, it's tough on these kids. And any positive reinforcement we can give them, that goes a long ways with them. I know they get frustrated, games get canceled, and you know, we're just thankful that we're still having games, Connor.
Yeah, that's right, and every game at this point in the season is a blessing. And just one final recap tonight: the score 42-27. Walden wins a big conference game over Hackett at home tonight. And you're on the court with Connor and Brian, and we are going to say goodbye for tonight, and we'll see you guys next time we're on the court. Be safe.